Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at secrets Instagram models don't want you to know. Nowadays, one of the most desirable jobs is being an influencer on Instagram. Many of these top influencers are models or fitness gurus. But are there some secrets behind the screen these influencers don't want you to know about? Today we're going to expose the secret world of Instagram models and influencers. But first, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too? Coming up first, we have time manipulation. It seems Instagram fitness models spend all day every day in the gym. Somehow every day they're able to wake up early, go to the gym, and document it on Instagram. Now you may think just because somebody posts a picture of their early morning workout, they're really doing it at that time. But that's not necessarily the case. Some Instagram models actually take various outfits to the gym. They then practically do a gym photo shoot in the mirrors in the gym. They simply change into different outfits all on the same day at the same gym session. Sometimes these Instagram influencers aren't even awake when their posts go out. Many of them use scheduling apps to share their posts. Apps, for example, Later, allow you to post Instagram posts in the future. Many influencers take all of their photos a month in advance. They then put them into software which will post them automatically at early times. This makes them seem like go-getters who go to the gym really early, but that's not actually what they're doing. So just because somebody posts a photo of them doing yoga at 5 AM doesn't actually mean they got up at 5 AM to do it. The photo could easily be a week or month old. And in reality, they're likely sleeping, eating, or watching Netflix while that photo goes out. So next time you think of yourself as lazy because you're not working out at 4 AM, don't worry, the models aren't either. Next up is eating disorders. This fact is very serious and very sad, but it's also true. In today's world, many people strive for a thin body. In the past, this was not a goal. People weren't tempted to eat lots of unhealthy food because there wasn't any. But today we do have those temptations, and we also have the pressure to look perfect at the same time. That's why some Instagram models may feel the need to starve themselves to make themselves look skinny enough. There's actually something called female athletic triad, which is a specific eating disorder. This is where a young woman works out too much while not eating enough calories. This is sadly the case for many Instagram fitness models. They're influenced to do this by other models to try and keep up to their standards. And then all of their followers will be influenced by them to do the same. This creates a very vicious cycle with a lot of people with eating disorders. In the past 10 years, there's been a 34% increase in eating disorders. And many researchers actually blame Instagram models in part for this. Next up is skinny teas. Instagram influencers make a living by promoting products. And the number one product which is promoted on Instagram are brands of skinny teas. These detox teas, better known as skinny teas, are supposedly teas which help you lose weight. But many experts are now saying these teas are simply a big scam. Simply drinking tea does not help you lose weight, and the models who promote it often know this. A lot of the time these influencers are simply promoting these teas as they're paid a lot of money. Kim Kardashian can command $1 million for one advertising post. So it's no wonder why so many influencers go against their morals and promote this kind of stuff. The only way to actually lose weight is to consume fewer calories than you burn. Sadly, there's no magic skinny tea trick that's been invented, and these things are just big scams. Next up is editing. Now you may be thinking, obviously everyone big on Instagram edits their photos. But many fans of these influencers, especially younger fans, do not realize this. When you take a photo for Instagram, you may just take it and then press upload. But influencers have a few extra steps. They take the photo just like you and I, but then they edit it heavily. They may do this by putting it onto their computer and using Photoshop. Photoshop can be used to change their body and the way their face looks. Some influencers online have confessed to editing their photos for hours. And some influencers may use apps, for example Facetune, to make them look more skinny and beautiful. Now you may think there's nothing wrong with this, but research says otherwise. Most people do not realize that all of these images are totally edited. Then young boys and girls seeing these models will think, why don't I look like that? In reality, nobody looks that perfect, and it's all in the editing. But all of this editing actually makes people's self-esteem go down a lot. Next up is lighting and filters. So let's say we get the rare occasion where an influencer does not use editing apps on their photos. Well, don't think they're not using any kinds of photo trickery whatsoever. You may not realize this, but any photographer will tell you that lighting, angles, and filters make all the difference. Just grab a camera and move it around your body. In some angles, you'll look way thinner. Some models have confessed online to spending hours picking the right lighting and filters to make them look as skinny as possible. And now some stores even sell specific influencer lighting which is designed to make you look more skinny. Next up is insecure. Influencer models always look so full of confidence. But there are also people who feel insecurity, sometimes more than the average Joe. Many influencers compare themselves to other influencers. They may feel sometimes they're not as beautiful or skinny as they should be. So if you think your favorite fitness model wakes up feeling confident and motivated every day, then I'm sorry, but that's just not true. Models have confessed to feeling very nervous before posting photos. They're scared they may not get many likes, or they may get bad comments. And some say that after posting images of themselves, they actually delete them after if they don't get enough likes. This is a very sad example of people's self-esteem being dictated by how many likes they get on social media. And on that note guys, be sure to like my video, otherwise I'm gonna cry all day. Next up is ads. Turn on your TV or watch a YouTube video and it's pretty obvious when you're seeing an advert or a video. TV adverts are very direct and do not shy away from being in your face. And on YouTube it literally says when you're watching an ad. But on Instagram that's not always the case. How many times do you scroll down and actually read the caption underneath a model's post? Most people don't go through the entire description and all the hashtags. But if you don't, then you could actually be getting tricked. How many times have you seen the hashtag AD or SP? You may not realize what these even stand for. Hashtag AD clearly stands for advertisement, but SP is short for sponsored post. This means it's actually an advert. But this is something many people don't realize and they may just think the influencer likes a certain product. Some influencers don't even bother adding the hashtag AD or SP, so watch out for fake ads. Something you may think is an innocent post may actually be an advert making them tens of thousands of dollars. And a lot of the time these models may not know what's actually in these skinny teas or protein bars they're promoting. Next up is outfits. If you go on an Instagram model's profile, you may wonder how they get all the money for those expensive clothes. They may be coated in expensive brands like Gucci, Louis Vuitton and Yeezy. Even those Nike yoga pants and workout bras can get pretty expensive. This may make you feel bad wearing a simple Walmart t-shirt, but don't feel bad. A lot of the time these models don't have all the money they make out to have. Most of the time companies actually send them the clothing they're wearing. And some influencers have even confessed online to wearing fake brands. Because it's just in a photo, people can't scrutinize the clothing and they may think it's real. So just because these people look rich and fabulous doesn't mean they necessarily are. And even if they do have real clothing, the reason why is because companies are sending them the outfits for free in return for promotion. Next up is unhappiness. Influencers are always smiling and look so happy. You may look at this and wonder, why aren't I always full of smiles and happiness? Well, the fact is, influencers aren't either. Everyone has bad days, and that includes Instagram models. However, influencers' Instagram accounts are not accurate representations of their lives. Instead, you should look at their Instagram accounts like a highlight reel. They're showing the best moments of their lives and not their everyday life. Most of the time, they're not showing off their big white teeth. In reality, many of them actually feel very insecure and self-conscious. So don't worry, everyone has good days and bad days, including Instagram models. And finally, we have not so candid photos. Have you ever seen a candid photo somebody took of you and you look pretty bad in it? You may think that's just a problem with you. After all, Instagram influencers always look so good in their candid photos. But the reality is, those candid photos are likely not so candid. Those spontaneous looking photos are often not spontaneous whatsoever. Instead, they're carefully orchestrated to get the right lighting, angle, and facial expression. Models like Kim Kardashian say she sometimes takes 100 photos before posting the right one. That's because she wants to look absolutely perfect on screen. So those candid photos are usually totally fake and not spontaneous whatsoever. And now you know the secrets Instagram models do not want you to know. Vote in the poll in the top right corner to vote for the most amazing secret on this list. I think it's how much they edit their photos, as many people don't realize they do it that much. If you guys want some more amazing videos, then check out my second channel. There'll be a link to that coming up on screen in a moment. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.